Alright, so I'm going to show you how to go from here to here in all the mods 10. First, you're going to go to keybinds, look up and assign a key to FTB Ultimate. This allows you to mine 64 blocks at once, which will help a lot with getting all the resources. Okay, let's make a nuke. First, we're going to go to inventory and click on quests, scroll to tech, and click on Industrial Foregoing. This is where we're going to start making our dissolution chamber. This one. To start, we're going to follow the quest line and make our pity machine frame. This one. Alright, let's start making plastic. Craft a fluid extractor and a pitfall generator and place them down like this. Place coal in the generator and a log in front of the extractor. This will start producing latex, which you can collect by right-clicking with a bucket. Next, we're going to make our latex processing unit, which requires power, latex and water, which you add by right clicking with a bucket. This is how we're going to get our dry rubber, which we smelt to make plastic. Now with 2 of our plastic and a diamond gear, we can make the dissolution chamber. Alright, let's go back to making the nuke. We'll need this range tier upgrade, this thing, which we'll need latex for. If this takes too long, I use this design where you need the fluid transporter and the basic universal cable, the basic mechanical pipe, and basic fluid tank from the mechanisms mod. Underneath, you're going to have a block placer full of wood, and boom, tons of latex. Okay, back to nuke. Last thing you're going to struggle with is ether gas. Alright, let's get into it. Next, you're going to use the latex and make a simple machine frame. And what I'd recommend here is getting a silk touch pick. What you can do for this is type /RTP and find a village. Find a librarian. If you can't, just place down a lectern. If he doesn't give silk touch, just cycle trades until you get it. Use the pick to mine a mob spawner. Alright, craft a mob slaughter factory and place it beside a power source. Place the add-on range inside, this one, and click show working area and place a spawner inside it. This will start producing liquid meat and pink slime, which you can separate using liquid tanks and fluid transporters. Break the dissolution chamber from earlier to empty it, and right click it with a fluid tank containing the pink slime. Use the pink slime to craft an advanced machine frame. Then you're going to want to craft a stasis chamber, laser drill, fluid laser base, and purple laser lens, using latex and any sort of glass panes. Next, place down the stasis chamber, the laser drill, and the fluid laser base underneath it. I use this design from MC Mentor, link to the video in the description. Place your wither in between, and make sure the stasis chamber is always powered. Place the laser lens in the fluid laser base, and it will start producing ether gas. Transfer it to the dissolution chamber, and we can finally make our nuke. Now to cause all this, you'll need biofuel and energy. Let's start with biofuel. First, make a bioreactor, and in quests, go to pylons, and craft a harvester pylon. Place it in the middle of a 9x9 area, and make sure to waterlog it. Then right click it, make sure it's on and it's set to 9x9 and put some hose in. The bioreactor works best when you fill all 9 of its slots at once. To do this, I use cucumber seeds, soybeans, sesame seeds, wasabi seeds, wheat seeds, beetroots, demon dream seeds, flax, and mustard seeds, which I gathered using FTB Ultimate on shortgrass. If you can't find seeds you want, you can craft a market and trade emeralds for any seed in the game. Place a chest on top and it will start collecting. Now to automate this, make item transporters and connect it to a chest above. Then craft a conveyor belt and an upgrade for extraction and insertion. Place the conveyor belt leading off the plot and the extraction out of the chest, and the insertion upgrade into a powered bioreactor. And then craft a water condenser, place it down in this configuration, and make sure it's pushing at the top. And boom, we're making biofuel. Now how to put it in the nuke, we'll need to make a fluid tank. Use fluid transporters to send the biofuel to it, and when it's full, place the nuke in this top slot and it will add biofuel to the nuke. To save time, I'd make a system like this, using fluid transporters and fluid tanks, and switch the direction of the fluid transporters, giving you enough biofuel for your nuke. Now we just need power. For this, you're going to want to go to quests and then extreme reactors, and make your way to our first reactor. For this, you'll need reactor casing, reactor controller, reactor solid process port, reactor active forge energy power tap, reactor control rod, and a reactor fuel rod. Start by placing the reactor casing in a 3x3 area. Then for the second layer, place the control rod at the front, the fuel rod in the middle, the energy tap to the side, and the access port on the other side. On the top layer, cover the sides in reactor casing, and the control rod in the middle. It will change design if you made it correct. Now place uranium in the access port, and go to control panel, and click on. It will start producing power. Craft an infinity charger, and run the power into it, place a nuke inside, and boom, we're making power. If you find this slow, you can always upscale your reactor. Either way, we have a massive nuke. Just want to say, if there's anything you found confusing or want more detail on, put a comment and I'll make a video for that straight away.